Welcome to video 7 and topic 7. In such a horrific environment, characters can only wish to escape. Discuss. You know what's interesting about this one is it's the first topic we've had so far that has an absolute. Right? Always watch out for these absolutes. You can only wish to escape. Anytime, in fact this is general advice for you to take home, anytime someone says something too confidently, ask, well, is that true? Is that really true? Is it true that characters can only wish to escape? If characters only wish to escape, why would they be upgrading their houses? Why would Abdul only want to why would he only want to get by and not be noticed? Why was that his philosophy? Okay? So we need to think about this, and it needs to be challenged. Right? If you absolutely agree with this topic that characters only wish to escape, then I feel like you're ignoring a good section of the book. Right? So we need to be aware of that. Two sections we need to talk about: the horrific environment and the only wish to escape aspect. So if we have a look at the question 6, we can see what we were saying this last time about environment, poverty, morality, disability, gender, corruption, and the links are going to be very similar, right? So we have poverty, we have morality and disability, we have gender, and especially in regards to tradition. Right? And we have corruption. Okay? So if we, there's more here, right? Don't feel like this is the entire gamut of their horrific environment. But these are some ideas, right? And you should absolutely be adding more. I want to reiterate what hopefully I've already told you a few times by now, that my analysis is the beginning. This is the minimum you should be able to achieve. You need to move on from here. You need to gain your own personal understanding of this text. But let's talk about how question 7 and question 6 are different. In this question, they're shaped by their environment, and here that they only wish to escape from their environment. So again, if you went in and you just talked about poverty, morality, gender, and corruption, you're not doing what you should be doing. All right? You're just listing some things in the environment, and you're not answering half the question, which will cause you all sorts of pain. Yeah, like in your marks, obviously. So let's talk about escape. What does escape mean? Well, there's a quote, isn't there? The 3 methods of escape. What were they? They were by being corrupt. Yeah. They were by being educated. And they were by being enterprising. Okay, those are the 3 methods of escape that were mentioned, right? You know, so let's explore this, but we need to be aware of what we're doing here. Will corruption help us escape corruption? Corruption is inherently trapping, inherently self-defeating. But wait, you say, Asha arguably escaped at the end. How did she escape? Right? What did she say that she was able to do? She escaped by luck and her ability to rationalize. Yeah? She managed to escape. If she actually did escape, again, that's up for you to decide, because she was lucky. Yeah, someone more powerful than her happened to choose her because she had a non-for-profit, and she was able to rationalize her corruption and saying she's not really a bad person, right? Education. You know, did being educated allow Manju to escape her corruption? No, she was wrapped up in, you know, Asha's schemes endlessly, and she was just as you know, restricted, you know, oppressed by the corruption as anyone else was. Gender? No, she was still going to be sold to some man as a wife. You know, morality and disability. If she doesn't matter how educated she was, if she came sick, should be done, right? She wouldn't be any safer than anyone else. Poverty, there is a possibility here, but we don't see it in this text, right? The only possibility is some kind of, you know, she might work her way out of poverty, but even then, I doubt it, because, you know, we don't see it in the text, and, you know, she's still very exposed to issues of corruption, right? Enterprise. How does this work out? How well do we go with enterprise? Well, we see that well, it doesn't work. You know, the Husseins are very enterprising. They're very good at their jobs. But because they didn't have this political power, they were able to be trapped and torn down. You know, just merely for the fact that they had money. If the Husseins were poor, they would not have been charged with a crime. Or they wouldn't have been chased so vigorously, at least. Okay, so have I answered the question? Not really, right? Because the question, the part that I've really missed, and I think the part that's really going to separate people on this is they can only wish to escape. So here, we're talking about psychology, right? Here, we're talking about yeah, survival versus advancement or social mobility. Is it true that if you consider all of these things, that everyone is rushing towards these things? Yeah, that they can only wish to be corrupt, they can only wish to be educated, and they can only wish to be enterprising. And so it's not at all true. Some were just wishing to survive the environment. Some saw through all this, saw the hopelessness of being corrupt, saw the hopelessness of being educated. You know, he didn't see the point in knowing that A stands for apple. Right? He didn't, you know, understand the hopelessness of being massively enterprising. Abdul at the end, right? Like he's like, no, I'm not going to sell stolen goods. I'm not going to whatever else. And he understands this, that maybe it's better to be a good person. You know, and you have to kind of work your way through all that. Have a look at the topics and make your responses below.